Welcome to the Internet Drama Podcast. We actually have a name this week. It might stick around, it might not. But today we are playing Fortnite while talking about internet drama. And the first thing we got to start with is GTA 6. You guys saw the trailer? Nuck Zero?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I saw the trailer.
That is stuff.
It was pretty cool. It was pretty stellar.
I've seen some people upset with a female lead.
I honestly think that the female lead was the best decision that they could possibly have.
Really?
I am not capping. I think that the female lead is going to lead to a lot of good things rather than bad things. I think that they can do it very wrong, though. And I think the way that they can do it wrong is by having an MCU freaking, having an MCU Power Woman scene. Just like what we saw in Endgame, bro. If they do it anything like that and they try to make it about woman power, they're going to be alienating a lot of their audience. Because let's be honest, a lot of people that play GTA 6 are entire incels. So,
And it's obviously a male-dominated.
It's very male-dominated. I'm joking about the incel comment. But yeah.
I played GTA, man. I grew up on that game.
So let's give a quick rating on GTA trailer and our expectations versus what we think is going to happen. I think my expectations on it are like a 6 out of 10 because we've waited too long, and I don't want to get another Fallout 76 or Starfield experience. And I think the reality is it's probably going to do a little bit better than my expectations, maybe a 7 out of 10. At least I hope that it does.
I would say my expectations are high. I know they might fall short of that, but I think that if they do, then that's just, I mean, that's entirely on Rockstar. Because they've been working on this for like 10 years, right? So there should obviously be, I think because of that reason specifically, how long they spent on it, it's on, you know, a lot newer engine. They said that the graphical jump is going to be bigger than from GTA 5 to Red Dead 2 was. Apparently the graphic jump is going to be better than that was, which was a huge difference. So that alone led me to expect quite a bit, to be honest. I heard about a map 2 times the size of GTA 5. So, you know, I'm really excited to see what they cook up. And, you know, I'm more of an online person, GTA Online person myself, which I'm sure will be returning because of its success. So yeah, I'm excited. I would say my expectations are like an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10, huh?
Yeah, what are you thinking, Nuck?
I personally grew up with GTA. I used to watch my brother play GTA 4 online all the time, and I'd also watch him play the campaign. So that was my introduction to GTA, and then obviously I grew up with GTA 5. I love that game. I spent so many hours on that game. I did so much. I think I ranked up a lot. I did not become a modded account though, so that's pretty cool. I never gave in to the influence.
Not the Peter Griffin, Infinite Money.
Nah, I worked for all the stuff I have in that game.
That's good.
But I love GTA, and I saw the trailer, and I thought that was awesome. It takes place in the Florida setting, I think, which is like Vice City, I believe, is the city. So that's pretty cool. The last game was like Los Santos. You know, that was a pretty decently sized map. I'm looking forward to seeing how big this is gonna be, especially in online. How crazy it'll be.
I would think I don't know if it's the main driving point. I think online is what carried GTA 5 to be the replayability and to keep it around for so long, for sure.
Yeah.
They did GTA Online so well, and I think that alone will, you know, help propel. I'm sure they'll continue it with GTA 6. I don't know if that's been confirmed or not.
That would be stupid if they didn't. They put it on Rockstar or Red Dead, so it doesn't make sense that they wouldn't do it on the other one. If you didn't watch though, Red Dead Online was terrible, absolute garbage.
They it up. I mean,
I've actually never played Red Dead.
Really?
Yeah, no.
All right.
From what I remember, Red Dead Online for Red Dead 2 could have been way more than it was, and they just kind of threw. I mean,
Hardcore.
Yeah.
So, you know. Anyways, what do we got up next?
Next up, I have the CySm drama that recently happened. So, if you don't know, this podcast was recorded on December the 4th, and CySm is reportedly severely injured. We don't know the truth of this. We don't know what's happened, but we do know that there will not be a stream tonight. That is an important thing because CySm has never had a critical injury like this, and he's never really called off his streams. He's not really known for calling off his streams. He recently, this is coming off of also a big stream that he had, which was his prison stream. That was actually huge. It did so much numbers.
I never actually watched his prison stream. Did anyone know how that went?
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't either because it just seemed like a CySm stream, except he was just in a different setting, which is a good thing ultimately. But I mean, I didn't really care that much. I don't watch CySm as a whole, so that's probably part of it. I watch his clips. I see things of him because he's a giant name. I mean, I obviously saw what happened in New York as well, which unfortunately is associated with his name forever now. Whether he really likes it or not. Yeah, the big stuff that happened. With basically the riot, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I think it sucks. I think I hate to see anybody else, other streamers, get hurt in any way. It's sad to see anybody get hurt, ever.
Yeah.
No, I agree. It is really sad. I think they said it was during a shoot, like a photo shoot or something, or a video shoot. I don't know what it was that he was shooting for. Excuse me. I don't know what it was that he was shooting for, and I don't even think they know what happened exactly yet. But it is pretty rough.
It really is. It's unfortunate, and I hope prayers that he gets better for sure. Hopefully we find some more stuff about this in the next couple of days. Right now, though, that's all there is to report on, at least with containing CySm. That's a big thing. The next topic I have written down is I don't know if you guys have heard of Gail Lewis. That's a big thing on TikTok right now. And for people that don't know what it has happening with her, she was a Walmart employee for 10 years. And she did this big old sign-off thing. She's a relatively older woman. I wouldn't say she's not she's not got a foot in the grave or anything like that. But she does, however, have some very millennial views on her tenure at Walmart. She made it a big spectacle for sure. And so, with that being said, she made a post on TikTok that went mega viral. It is one of the biggest things on TikTok I've seen in a while. I think everybody I know has been talking about it. You know, it's a big deal.
Yeah, funny too. I think it's kind of nice to, it's kind of wholesome in my opinion, because she's kind of getting support from people she's never met, and it's something very wholesome that you see on TikTok, like that's trending, which you don't see very often. It's wholesome and funny, which is really
exactly.
I think.
I think the one thing I want to be careful of is we need to make sure that as a whole in a community, I mean, it's not us personally. Like, obviously we can help kind of cultivate the community around it. But we should be being careful that we're not taking it too far. This is something that was very clearly important to her. So the memeing of it, I think, is ultimately not a bad thing. But I was going to just mainly touch on how it is very wholesome. And also, I hope that she's getting all good support rather than just some negative as well. I mean, I've been on the internet long enough to realize that most of the support you get is negative. And I'm glad that she's getting a lot of positives.
Well, and I think, too, that, some people really thought that she was more being made fun of. I think it can be taken either way.
I agree.
Because, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool that people are backing it. But then I saw, the way some people were kind of talking about it. It was more of making fun of her, them thinking it's stupid. That she was signing off at Walmart and laughing about it, in terms of making fun of her, which to me is really sad.
Yeah, it's messed up to make fun of somebody like that.
I mean, it was obviously something she really cared about. And if you've ever worked at a job for a long time, you know, if she says in the video that they were like her family, and if you ever worked at the same job for a really long time, like that, I actually understood how she feels, you know, because especially when she's full time, she was seeing the same people for 40 hours a week, you know, for 10 years. I mean, it was a big deal to her, obviously, and she was like tearing up. And I think people, you know, I just hope that she gets the positive support, and it's all. I hope it's not also like encroaching on her family's privacy.
Agreed. I definitely. I think that's the main things touching that we should touch on for her story. I do love that there's a wholesome outlook on it as well. Nuck, do you have anything major to say about the Gail Lewis memes or nah?
No, not these were already said. What was already said, you know.
That's fair.
I also don't know a lot about it still. I was listening to that, but I don't have anything else to go off of myself, so.
Oh, you hadn't heard of Gail Lewis very much?
No, I never heard of this until now. This is all new to me.
Dang, for real? Dude,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I've been hearing about Gail like every day.
I
Agreed.
might have
I've
heard about
also-
it and not known it was her.
She was the Walmart employee that logged off on the walkie-talkie for her final day of work.
It was kind of cool.
It was actually kind of cool, bro. In a weird way, what she was trying to do actually happened. Like she was trying to make it like really cool as a last thing, and it was pretty cool in my opinion. I don't know.
Ended up working because it blew up too.
Like it was
Yeah,
kind of people. I think it started out as like a joking thing, but then a lot of people kind of liked it as well. Gail Lewis signing off. Yeah. Anyways, another big thing we need to talk about is the game we're playing right now. Fortnite.
The new season?
The brand new season happened for Fortnite. We get chapter 5 is what it is, I'm pretty sure. I didn't even know we were on chapter 5. If you're like me and you got really into Fortnite again over OG and you maxed out the battle pass like for the first time ever, then you know what I'm talking about. OG happened. OG was the most, like, probably the biggest commercial success for Fortnite ever. Even bigger than the first success. I mean, they had the most concurrence ever on the game.
Yeah.
Which was, I mean, for me, awesome because I love this game. I've played this game for a long time. I recently got back into it, I'd say last year. And then the OG season was announced, and I was like, man, this is going to be so fun that I really want to play this. And so I got back into it big, and it was nice.
I came back for the Optimus Prime update. That one, I kind of just I've been getting sucked into the game even more. It's pretty cool, honestly. All the stuff that they have going on. OG was awesome. I've only played 2 rounds of the new update, but it's like Grand Theft Auto 5. I know people hate me for saying that, but
I don't think
like
it's
the way the map is built and stuff.
yeah, like I was driving the car, one of the cars, and you could play like the stuff on the right. I don't, you've been able to do that, but one of the songs, I was like, this is like GTA, dude.
GTA 5 type stuff for real.
Yeah, and we had to rob a bank.
I don't think the game itself is like GTA 5 just because.
Oh no.
It's a
I'm just
battle
saying the
royale.
new season.
So I see why you like get the feel of it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Also, the parkour stuff is pretty cool. All the way they walk is pretty dope.
Yeah, the way the movement has entirely changed. Fortnite has shown that it is no longer a building game. They have doubled down on no builds.
And you know what else I think they've really proven with this update is that they're not scared to literally like change the entire structure of their game.
Which is a good thing to see.
It's been happening, but yeah, I agree. It's been happening, but you can see like it really boosts and continues to happen, and it shows that Fortnite's not a game. It's almost completely different than. I mean, obviously, I feel like Fortnite made history since its debut. You know, it's the most successful battle royale of all time. It does things that you know other ones weren't able to do. It's just implementing building. But then once people got tired of building, they were not afraid to literally innovate their game around what every other battle royale was able to do successfully before them. and they do it so well. And so the thing is like most other games, you go back to them, like Call of Duty. You play a game of Call of Duty and you know what you're gonna get into. Call of Duty Black Ops 3, like other games like that, it's the same game it was 4 years ago, right? Even Rainbow Six Siege, like they might add some new characters or something. It's the same game it was 4 years ago. You compare Fortnite now to 4 years ago, or even 2 years ago, it's entirely different. And I feel like that's what they're really proving themselves to be, is something different than any other game ever made.
Right. Yeah. I agree.
What do you think on that, Brody?
Yeah, no, I agree on that. I agree on all those points. I think you kind of hit everything that I wanted to touch on, honestly. I mean, no, it's super, like, it's not your fault. I mean, I think it's a good thing that we're having the same opinions on it, ultimately. But yeah, Fortnite is a massive game, and if they keep updating to this pace and they keep doing it this way, it's going to continue to grow rapidly. And it's going to continue with its success that it's had.
And I really thought we were seeing a decline before the OG season hit.
I think we absolutely were, but I think that was before their setup. I mean, they set it up. I think that if they would have done the same update that is getting so much praise right now by you, before OG, you wouldn't even know that it existed.
Mm-hmm.
So they looped you in with OG, and they kept you in with a great update. That's what they did. It's extremely smart. Extremely smart. And I hope that they continue to do that exact thing. Because if they keep doing it, they're going to keep a very large fan base happy for a long time.
It also makes me wonder how long they'll stay relevant. I mean, is this something that we're going to see last, like, 20 years? I mean, I don't know, because we haven't seen a game like perform like this ever, or like make creative decisions like this. I think something that could continue on for 10 plus years if they keep changing it like that. Well, what's your take on that?
I think the only game, real quick, the only game that we've seen do this same thing is Minecraft. Honestly, I mean, they constantly update, but I think that was more so a factor of people being creative rather than the company being creative. So you're right that this is the first time we've seen it, but it also, to a degree, is not the first time we've seen this formula being implemented, just implemented in a different way. Same thing with I think Roblox as well. I think Roblox is another one of those games that just has extreme longevity for no reason.
In adding creative really allows Fortnite to do that too. They put it in 2.0 specifically. And
the other thing that I am really impressed by what they did is the Unreal Engine. This is dipping a little bit off of the more recent things, but the Unreal Engine is something that Fortnite has that Roblox doesn't. You can get real coding experience with an engine that is commonly used in Fortnite right now, and you cannot get that with Roblox. Roblox has a proprietary coding engine.
That's true. And Unreal Engine is made by Epic, right?
Yes, yeah, Unreal Engine is made by Epic, but it is the most commonly used engine.
That's crazy.
So yeah, Fortnite, Nuckwit, any extra topics on that or anything like that? Yeah, anything else to share about your experience with Fortnite? Anything that hopes that you have for it?
I definitely like it a lot more than how I didn't really get into it when it first was popular originally, and I never really enjoyed it that much, but I definitely like it. I find it much more enjoyable now, especially with, like, you know, you can also, with the fact that you can play with your friends and all that, that's still pretty cool. I think it has potential to be, like, you know, keep going, because everyone will be like, it dies off, but then, like, you had the OG update prove that that's not really the case. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I can see that.
I think we're in agreement then, really.
Yeah. Also, if you keep adding, like, cool characters, like Invincible, that's pretty dope.
I think the characters, I think that's a big thing that Fortnite has kept Fortnite relevant as well. The FOMO that you get when you don't have the cool new character.
Right. And, you know, they have, like, Lego coming in, and, like, what else do they have? Rocket League, I saw.
Yeah, that's coming on December 8th.
Right.
Because Epic bought Rocket League.
Yeah.
But I actually don't like the Rocket League thing, to be honest. That might be a controversial take. I'm not really a big fan of how they're doing that.
Oh, it's like a racing thing instead of like you gotta kick the ball into the goal.
I just don't think they need to merge them like they are. Like they're adding this Rocket League mode. They're putting the cars in Fortnite. That's probably the one thing I don't like about the new update.
Yeah, I mean, we'll really have to just see. I mean, I think time will show how it is.
Right.
Okay, next topic is Gideon. I don't know if you guys are super up to date with Gideon. I have been a fan of Gideon for a long time. I have liked his content. Actually, the funny thing is that I found him while on a church group event. I found out who he was. So I was on a church camp trip, and I saw a podcast with him on it. I don't watch his podcast anymore, but it was the Impulsive podcast when Gideon came on, and I was like, who is this guy? Figured out who he was. Found out that I messed with him a lot. I messed with his personality. Watched a little bit of his content. Figured, hey, this isn't actually for me, actually. I don't really love prank content. It's not something I go out of my way to look for. But this past weekend, he deleted all of it.
Crazy.
That is
insane.
It's incredible, and it's a big change. And I think that his audience has a little bit of reason to be mad. Not a ton, but a little bit. Ultimately, I think my main takeaway from the from this entire drama, though, with his content, is that a lot of creators are not looked at as humans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A lot of creators are not allowed to have opinions on things that do not fit their viewers' opinions, which is kind of disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
He went from posting prank content to finding God and posting what he felt was passionate about, and dude, in the Christian religion, which is what he belongs to. I don't know what sect of the Christian religion, but he is a part of, he believes in the Bible, ultimately. And in his part, he believed that the prank content was not correct. It didn't align with his values. And he thought that it was actually taking away from his values and was a sinful thing to do.
Right.
And whether you agree with him or not, you have to respect his opinion, and you, as a fan, can be angry, but not at him, because he is a person and he can do things that he wants to do. And ultimately, if your values don't align with his, then why are you even watching his content? If they don't align anymore, then simply take yourself and move it to another creator. There's plenty of creators that would be happy to have you in their fan base. It's unfortunate that you're losing a part of your life that many people believe that Gideon was a savior to them, that his content saved them from a rough place. I don't actually prescribe to that idea. I don't think content necessarily saves you from that. I think you save yourself, but content can play a big role in that.
Right.
But I think that they need to not be mad at him, because if he actually did save their life with his content, then how are you about to get mad at somebody who saved your life with their content when he just decides to change his content?
Or well, he's kind of saving himself if you think about it.
Exactly.
He's
saving himself now.
In his own way. I mean, that's, he obviously talked about his struggle with his faith before.
He also
he said.
He's talked about it. Yeah. I'm just agreeing with you. Sorry, I keep interrupting, but I'm just agreeing with you.
Oh, no, you're chilling. He talked about it before, like his faith in the past, and I think that this is just kind of like, it would have gone one of two ways. He would have gone deeper against it or closer to it, right? And I think that this is what he wants. I don't think you can get mad at. I think it's kind of like how you said it. Actually, you summed it up really well. I don't think you can get mad at him specifically for for the way his content is changing, I do think you can get upset like that. It happened. I mean, just because if you're a fan of Gideon, obviously that's gonna be upsetting. But I think it's just part of being a human being, you know.
Right.
And that's that in my opinion.
Agreed. Yeah, I think we kind of touched up on everything that has to do with the Gideon situation. I think really the only other thing we could, I mean, I don't even think there's anything to touch on really anymore.
It's just sad. It's, you know, so it's sad to see it go because I did enjoy his content, but I understand perfectly.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely sad to see happen, but you know, it's for the best, I think. Well, actually, I think another thing to add too is like, imagine if he didn't take down his content. I feel like you'd kind of see a creative drought because it's not what he would be wanting to do, right? And that's really why what makes people like Gideon's content was what made it so good was how much he loved doing it, right? So, you know. But I think that's about it, just as much as we can touch up on that.
Yeah, I think we need to see what more comes out. I mean, ultimately, I think his opinion matters over everybody else's. It's his life. But other than that, yeah.
Awesome. Anything else for us to touch
we have the Matt Rife situation, which is there's been some new developments, some small new developments, albeit, but some new developments in that situation. His fans are taking a real liking to his jokes, and his haters are taking an even more hard stance against them.
He doubled down, that's for sure.
He doubled down, and his fans are supporting it, and which kind of brings up the question of, is cancel culture even existed? I don't think so anymore. I think that people have their fans, their fan bases, and they're the communities that they belong to, and there's no one that's going to tell them otherwise, that they should belong to another one.
It is crazy how that ends up being, because it was so predominant even 5 years ago. Not even, like 2 years ago. I mean, it was so predominant in our culture. I feel like, at least. I
think even like last year, there were people that would get canceled over stupid stuff.
Yeah, but it's just crazy that how fast that happens to be changing. I mean,
I think it's a good thing.
The same, me too. I agree, and it also goes in line with like even the Destiny situation that happened last week, or it's happened time and time again with multiple people. There's just you know, I think people are gonna like what they like, and they're not gonna let other people tell them what they can and can't like, which is good. Is a really good thing.
Yeah, I mean, we've been told from the very start of our life by the same people that created cancel culture, which was mainly a more progressive movement, politics aside. The same people that told us to be yourself were canceling us for being ourselves.
100%.
Which was a terrible thing, and I am really glad that people are now able to be themselves.
Yeah.
And more so than ever. And you can have messed up jokes without wishing harm on somebody else.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I like
my personal opinion on it.
I like his responses to everything. I think it's hilarious. I mentioned it before the podcast, but he's still going on about it too. There's still people trying to come after him, and he reposted one. I already talked about it a little bit, but he reposted it. It was someone wearing one of the helmets that he sent a link to, and then the next slide after he was getting canceled about it, it's him signing the helmet. Pretty funny.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it's really goofy.
I think it also I think it also it reminds me of Kanye West a little bit.
Yeah, dude. His fans are with him until we die. I mean, they die.
I mean, no, literally. I mean, as when you said that thing about cancel culture, it really made me remember how much stuff Kanye defied cancel culture, and so it did remind me of Kanye when you were saying that. And I'm hoping that with that'll continue to promote that as well.
I'm
for people. I hope the Matt Rife situation will continue for other people.
I just hope that people are themselves and they are confidently themselves. Unless you're a racist or you wish harm upon somebody else, then I hope that you are not yourself, and I hope that you actively search out help.
I hope you. Yeah.
Sorry, that was a horrible time to. My bad.
No, you're good. Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Audio listeners, we apologize for this. I apologize on the behalf of everyone. We're playing a game while recording this.
that is
What,
makes
our
it a lot
game
easier.
our game is called Let's Laugh at Funny Things That I Say.
Yeah, I'm just trying to quit. I'm trying to just cover myself because if at any point you see me laughing maniacally or just smiling with an evil grin, it's not because of what they were. Okay, some of it was, but like
It's actually he's a villain. I wanna.
I'm not. I swear. I promise I'm not a villain. I'm a villain. I'm a bad guy.
You gotta double down. Like
I
is a
live.
bad guy.
I live on conflict.
Just because he is bad guy.
Doesn't mean I am a bad guy. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Wreck-It Ralph, goated movie.
Yeah, okay, I was making sure. Yeah, just in case anyone sees me smirking while we're talking about something messed up, I wasn't laughing at that, my bad.
This is my face when I realized that Nuckwit has been showing his camera.
Yeah, you didn't know.
I had it on for no reason.
You don't anymore. You're fixed now. You're fixed now. You're fixed now. No, I thought that I saw a camera icon, but I thought that it was like not allowing you to stream. But I see you now. I see you now.
No, I'm out. Bye, guys. I'm leaving.
No, don't walk off the podcast. No.
Walk
Our first walk off the podcast. Nuck walks off the podcast, man.
I felt disrespected there. The absolute disrespect. I was making all sorts of funny faces. I was being a goofball.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. You're on now. You're on now.
That's what's most important.
Yeah, that's what's most important. You're on for the last like 5 minutes.
Let's make this about me. Let's make the rest of this about me. All right, guys. Where was I during what was I doing today?
Oh.
No. Let's talk about Young Thug.
Oh yeah. And somehow that'll
Yo,
circle back into being about me.
Young,
Right?
truly humbled under God. Keep it.
Young, truly humbled under God. Bleach reference.
Yeah, literally, the Bleach reference is crazy. It's crazy. So I actually didn't know this, but that's his sister. Brody was
I
telling me
know.
about it on the stream.
Yeah, it's his sister.
I knew it was his sister. I didn't know the context between why she came up there. Did you see that, Nuckwit? The Bleach rep, the girl talking about Bleach.
Yeah. That was funny. That was really goofy. I'm gonna do that in my trial.
I really want to see if he does. I don't know. Does anyone know what his charges are?
Yes, he has cases of racketeering, gun violence, drug violence, etc. He's getting booked for everything. He's involved with YSL, the Aya gang. I don't know the specific things, the specific details of all of his charges, but those are what he's being charged with. I don't actually even know if he's guilty of the charges. One would imagine, since he raps about it constantly. But I mean, there's also a certain form of art there as well. So
Yeah, people will do that without. Actually, it's sad though that a lot of people will continue in that life despite being rich. I mean, he obviously has enough money to be set for life, right? Based on his
Right.
his successful career. I feel like I heard about his album a lot when it came out. Business is Business. I never listened to it myself because I'm honestly not that big of a fan of Thugger, but I know that his album was very successful, and when they heard about these charges, it was a big deal in the that was a no skip. It's a big deal in like the rap community, rap community.
Yeah, I, for one, hope to see him and his family safe and taken care of. I know that a lot of times on those rap families as well, he takes care of his family. Most likely, he takes care of his family's bills and all of that. So I hope that everybody ends up being okay in that situation as well.
No, I 100% agree. What else? We got anything else?
I think that's it. Guys, let's just talk. We get to the small section at the end of the video where we get to talk to about ourselves. So everybody, if you don't care about us, click away now. Big things happening on my channel at least. We had a couple videos hit over like 2,000 views. 2 videos hit over 2,000 views. Big deal for me. That's not a normal thing for me. It's very nice. My shorts are going crazy. I have a couple shorts that hit over like 50K views, which is nice. I had the greatest month of revenue I've ever had since May, which was really nice. I mean, I'm not going to cap to you guys. It was $200, not a lot. But, you know, it is enough to show people and say, hey, yo, what I'm doing here is real. What I'm doing here can take off. What I'm doing here is finally working out a little bit. It's really nice to see. Yeah, so for me at least, big things are happening. We made 14 cents on the last podcast from ad revenue. Everybody was watching their ads. Thank you. We're rich, yeah. Now. How we splitting this three ways is the question, though.
And we expect this one to hit 20 cents at least.
Yeah,
that's our goal. Our goal is to hit 20 cents. So everybody watch your ads. I'll make sure to put an ad at the end. If we don't hit 20 cents, then we're done with this thing.
No, I will fight Brody in a boxing match.
No, if we do.
Don't hit. If we do hit 20 cents,
they need that incentive.
I will fight Brody in a boxing match, and I'll jump Zero. I'm just kidding, Zero. I will never jump you.
We will jump Zero. We will jump Zero. Not just you. We will.
We will jump Zero.
But in a nice way. In like, we're going to jump and have a fun time with him. Yes.
Whoa.
I'm going to jump his bones.
I'm going to... oh my gosh, dude. Okay, that's funny you say that. We can just talk about ourselves. I'll do like whatever we want, right?
Yeah, it's whatever you want now for a second.
Okay. So, dude, I actually never knew what that meant when I was a kid. I read a book called Dorothy Must Die.
Yeah.
It was a spinoff. This was 6th grade Cyril. I read this book and it said jump his bones, and I was like, what are they talking about? They're gonna beat the shit out. Like I thought they were gonna beat him up, like jump him. And I was like, why is this like 20-year-old girl talking about beating up this like 25-year-old dude? I couldn't believe it, man.
Yeah,
I made that connection. Like,
what were you watching as a youngin', man?
I was a pretty pure youngin'. It didn't make sense to me.
I'm proud of you.
It seems like not. No longer a pure youngin'.
That's what the internet will do, bro.
Yeah, I used to be an innocent lad.
That played on controller.
Xbox.
Things were different back then.
Things were different back then. Now look at me.
Well, look at him for the last 5 minutes at least.
Look at him. Yeah. Imagine the last 5 minutes of the podcast is just a close-up of Nuckwood's camera.
It's just corrupted. It's just corrupted. The last 5 minutes corrupted. Okay. Yeah. I think that might be all for the internet podcast. Cyril, you got any big things on the album? That any big updates, anything like that? I know that it's meant to come out in March, correct?
That is the plan at the moment. The plan was originally January. I want to move to March because I really want to fine-tune my craft. Sadly, I have not been able to work on it in like 3 weeks, and it's been killing me, dude. I've been really sick, and then I had a sinus infection after my sickness that just killing me. So
yeah, you just can't. Have you been doing any producing during that time at all, or nah? You just can't.
I have been practicing producing.
W.
My new album, I didn't produce any of the beats on, but it'll be my debut. But I'm hoping for my next project, which I'll take at least probably a year because I want to really fine tune my my craft. I've been studying a lot of stuff like music theory, and I really want to produce as well, and that project will really for me be more my my true kind of debut, if that makes sense. But this upcoming album in March is definitely I'm very proud of. It's definitely my best work. And yeah, I can't wait for everyone to check it out.
Well, we're very proud of Ciro. All of us here.
You guys are too sweet.
How dare you? I'm just kidding.
What do you mean?
I was just trying to catch you off guard.
He was trying to hit you with the little Greta Thunberg over there.
I'm insulted that you're complimenting me. I'm not sweet. I'm very mean.
Oh, my bad.
Like, I was told not to swear, but
Yeah.
But I do.
All right,
Frick
Nuck,
you,
you
Ciro.
got anything big happening here soon?
I actually do. I have a video. I'm working on a big video, and it'll be out by Christmas. But I'm also working on other videos that'll be out before Christmas.
I want to hear about this big video actually a little bit, if you're okay with that. How big are we talking? That was crazy. How big are we talking?
Well, you see, it's actually 2 videos, but I'm still considering which one it'll be, because one of them I've been working on all year, and it's a documentary. I haven't really been talking about it, but it's like a little mockumentary. Yeah, I mean, it's probably not going to be it. It's probably going to be something else that I want to go do instead. But the thing about these projects is that you always some of them just don't work out as much as you want them to, and that's why that's why it's taken me all year. But yeah, if you don't see it by Christmas, and you'll never see it, or you might see something and think that's it, and I'll be like, yeah, that's totally it, and it's not going to be it,
So basically, you'll never know when it comes out.
Yeah.
All right.
If it's not a documentary, you probably know I didn't end up doing it,
Well, weekly streams for me, normal times. Thursday this week as well. That's a new thing though, but yeah. Big things happening. Also, anyone who joined on me is getting blocked during this podcast.
I forgot I was the leader.
Yeah, but yeah, guys. Thank you for popping out to the podcast.
Yeah, guys, thank you so much.
Yeah,
Friday, Sunday, Christmas time, and in March. Let's go. See you guys later. See you, B-dubs, internet podcasters, later.
Controversial.